Welcome to the Just As We Are podcast. I'm Katrina, certified life coach, aspiring author, lover of people, mama in recovery, and student of life. Each week, I will bring you love, inspiration, the real life stuff people are afraid to talk about, and guests who are willing to shine their light for you. I give you self-care practices and mindset tips to help you shatter the negative stories you tell yourself. Now is the time to step into the beautiful, loved, whole woman you already are. Let's walk this journey together. Welcome to the year 2020 and a whole new decade. And back to the Just As We Are podcast. I am your host, Katrina Lelli. And how exciting is this? We are in a brand new year, a brand new decade, a brand new opportunity to do something new, crazy, amazing, beautiful, exciting, adventurous, and courageous with our lives. Oh my goodness, you guys, this last year has been just huge growth for myself and for so many women around me. It has been super exciting to lock arms with women who are really making a difference and making an impact in their communities and in their world. And I am so excited for what is coming for myself and those women in the year 2020. But I want to break down 2019. What was in 2019? 2019 was a year of really just growth and transformation and saying, I have had enough. I am ready. Without the year 2019 and all of the transformation, the growth that I went through, this podcast wouldn't even be alive and breathing. Without locking arms with women in the mommy millionaire community, joining the Millionaire Society, being willing to do some more personal growth in the Al-Anon program and get back to work in the AA program and really just dig into the causes at the roots of, the things that were holding myself back. Where I would be right now in this very moment just would not be possible. I have so much gratitude for 2019. And while at the beginning of the year, it didn't look so pretty and it didn't feel so exciting there wasn't so much passion, I just kept moving forward. I kept taking steps. I kept doing the work. And, God has showed up for me in so many beautiful ways that just gives me goosebumps and chills when I reflect back on the year 2019 and the amazing transformation that's happened in such a short period of time. And that is what is so exciting, is that when we take that first step and when we move right in to what it is that we are being called to do, and we trust the process and we trust God's plan for us, it is just a beautiful thing that He just drops little gold pave stones for us to continue forward and to move on. And He puts the people in our life that are supposed to be in our life, and He takes the people out of our life that are not supposed to be in our life, that are not serving us anymore. And I have to share with you that at one time in my life, that was a hard thing for me to grasp, was thinking about, I wanted to collect people. I was focused on collecting people for a long time and believing that the more people that I had in my life, the bigger and better it would be. And that is just not the case. It's all about the quality. It's about the quality of people. It's about the quality of your life. It's about the quality of your habits, about the quality of your relationships. It's about the quality of your faith. And it is all about quality. And I became very intentional with who I was allowing in my space, and our environment plays a huge factor in what we do and who we are as people. Our environment plays a huge part in what we do and who we are as people. It has an effect because that's what we're consuming and that's what we're feeding our brain and our subconscious. And, it's going to go to work for us, and it thinks it's, keeping us safe and it's helping us. And sometimes, we get the opposite of that, especially when we're around consuming negative things, consuming negative people, consuming negative media, consuming negative energy. So paying attention to who we want in our lives or who we have in our lives. And, we don't always have to let go of people and say goodbye to them completely. Just move them out a circle or two, move them out of your inner circle, put them on a little bit on the outside where they don't have as much access to you, and shedding the habits and the thinking that just does not serve us anymore. Shedding the people and the habits that just do not serve us anymore. So it's been shedding, and it's been stepping into, it's been transforming, it's been growing. And, 2019 has just been one of those years that was a beginning for what is coming. A beginning for what is coming. And, I've always had a knowing that something bigger and better was out there for me. Knowing and then being stuck in the thinking of, I need to know more information. I need to have more. I need to be more. I need to know more. And instead of just walking and taking those steps, being in that place can really get you all riled and sprawled up and twisted up and all of the things where you're not moving forward, where you're not going to the places that God has placed in your heart. Those things are placed there for a purpose. They're placed there for a reason. And we just do better when we take a step forward, when we move forward, when we're willing to step out of our normal zone. What has become the normal to us, when we step up and out and forward, is when we have such amazing growth. That's when when we move forward, that's our sign to God that, okay, here we go. I'm ready. I'm coming for you. I'm ready. I'm doing the steps. Because, last night I was talking to a friend via Instagram, and she got a beautiful tattoo on her arm. And I forget what it says completely, but it's something, it's already on its way. And it's true. It's already on its way. Our job is just to go out and get it. Our job is to, get up and take the steps in the movement forward. Whatever it is we desire, it's already on its way, but we got to meet it. We got to step forward and meet it, right? So 2019, wow, what an amazing year for me, for many of the people in my life. And I am so grateful that I've gotten to be a part of their growth and a part of their journey, and, locking arms with new women and getting to start off 2020 with new women, new partnerships, new teams, new just everything is super exciting for me. I'll be honest, I've been spending these last week thinking about, okay, I feel like, and this is my self-sabotage, you guys. I want you to listen in very carefully. This is my self-sabotage. This is me trying to prove myself right, that I'm not doing enough, that I'm not enough. And that's the thinking I should be doing more. There's that should word. That's a bad word. I should be doing more. I should be, planning more and more excited, and I should have a solid plan in place, and I should, all these things. And that's me going to work, trying to prove to myself that I'm not enough, that I'm not worthy enough, that I don't deserve. And that is not true. That is so untrue. That's that ego. That's that self-sabotage trying to go to work. And so if your mind has been telling you that, that means get more present, get into the journal, write stuff down, be more present with your family, go out and have some more fun, get clarity, and let go of that old thinking. That's how my last week has been, is just man, I'm not doing enough. I should be having these great plans. I should know all these things. I should have the plan down to a T, and have this, I don't know. I'm looking for a big ass freaking party, with streamers and balloons and music and launching off into outer space almost type of deal. And that's just not how it works. I've been doing the work. I'm doing the work. And I know a lot of you are doing the work too. It's the everyday simple little things. Being that it's winter break, it's a time where we're with family. We're with our kids more in the holidays. And, we don't get as much time to ourselves, especially as moms. But being present with them and nourishing those relationships and being in the moment and creating those memories contributes to the success that you want and the things you want to create in 2020. It contributes because it changes your DNA. It changes your energy. It brings you to a more lightened, loving, joyful state where you're having more fun. And that's the type of energy that you get to create and bring into your work, into the change that you want to create, into the new business that you want to do, into the new opportunity that you want to take a part in, into the new habit that you want to create around workout, eating, meditating, whatever it is. When we take that energy and bring it into wherever it is we want to change, that's what's gold. That's what's important. And that's what, creates that lasting change and that sustainability. I want to talk to you now about 2020. I want to tell you guys a little bit about, how can we prepare for 2020? It's already 2020. And if you haven't done this preparation, if you haven't really thought about it, it's okay. Because it's a big deal. It's a new year. Everybody focuses on the fact that it's a new year. It's a new you. It's a new decade. And that's all important. That's great. But guess what? You can restart anything at any time. What doesn't matter if it's 2020, 2021, Monday, Tuesday, 7 p.m., 7 a.m., it doesn't matter what it really is. As long as you can start right now. But for those of you who are still preparing or thinking about, what can I do for 2020? Being this is the first of the year, I foresee a lot of exciting things coming from me. I just partnered up with a new friend. I'm super excited about where that's going to take me. I'm working on my Mommy Millionaire Lifestyle Strategist certification, and having my own coaching business. I have an event that will be planned this year. There's a lot of exciting new things that are coming up, and here's what is important to do is to focus on, if you're a goal setter, write down your goals. I recommend that you write down your goals. I'm working on a list of 250 goals. I'm up to 100 now. And writing down those goals and then writing out why you want them has been super helpful. It's a little trick I got from my mentor, and that's what I've been doing. But I want you right now to just kind of take a step back, ground yourself, get a little centered, breathe, take a deep breath in. Calm your nerves. Let go of all the overthinking, let go of all the shoulding on yourself, and just be in this moment and be present with this moment right now. And then ask yourself, what are those top 3 things you want to accomplish in 2020? What are the top 3 things? You can absolutely have more than 3 things. I recommend that you have 3 things, but let's keep it simple right now and focus. What are those top 3 things that you want to accomplish in 2020? The 3 things that I wrote down right off the bat was my Lifestyle Strategist certification, and I'm working on that. I'm actively involved in the academy. I have an accountability partner that I'm working with. I'm talking to Josh about it. I'm actively inserting myself and being proactive about that goal. The next thing was creating my own income that I wrote down that I want to create in 2020 is creating my own income. And so what does that look like? Well, that kind of pairs with number 1, this lifestyle strategist certification. That's having my own coaching business, partnering with a company, a side gig. That could look like starting a new business. That could look like garage selling like Gary Vee does. That could look like a million different things, but it gets my mind open and, in the creation mode. So creating my own income, and I already know that is done. I already know that's happening in 2020. And the number 3 for me, I wrote down was getting my health back. Tomorrow is my appointment with the ortho for my shoulder issues. I have frozen shoulder. I have tendonitis, bursitis, capsulitis, for any of you who know. A lot of issues, and I've been really letting it get me down. It's gotten to me emotionally and mentally these last few weeks, because you don't realize until it's gone, how much you actually use your shoulder. But so getting my health back, getting my eating back into a more nourishing space, because I know that when I eat better, I feel better and I do better. And so that's part of that. And then getting back to exercising when I get the shoulder thing figured out, getting my health back. So my lifestyle strategist certification, creating my own income, and getting my health back are the 3 that came out for me to share with you. So what are those top 3 things that you want to accomplish in 2020? Write those down. Write them down somewhere that you're going to look at them regularly. And then I want you to ask yourself, what will you do to have more fun in 2020? And you may think, Katrina, what in the world does that have to do with accomplishing goals? It has a heck of a lot. Life is not meant to be hard. Life is not meant to be task and grinding and, getting the shit done. It is about fun as well. You need to incorporate fun because that changes your energy, that raises your vibration, that brings the beauty into your life and the beauty that you put out into the world. The universe is going to conspire in your favor. And when you're in that space, and who doesn't like to have fun? You have to have fun. I don't like to say have to a lot, but you have to have fun. It's a requirement. So what are you going to do to have more fun in 2020? Are you going to plan more dates with your husband? Connect more with your girlfriends? How about some more spontaneity? Who is not a spontaneous person and would like to be? Go be spontaneous. Don't make it so you don't have to have a plan. What about a self-care weekend where you just go off by yourself for a weekend or for the day or an overnight trip and go and do something that you want to do? Go connect with nature. Go rent a hotel room at the ocean and just go be with yourself and do whatever the heck it is that you want to do. Or is there a family vacation on the books? Or is it more hiking trips or camping trips? What is it that creates fun in your life, and what are you going to do to have more fun in 2020? That's an important thing to think about. What are you going to release and leave behind? So what in 2019 do you feel was bringing you down and definitely not going to serve you in 2020? What are you going to release and leave behind? Is it the self-doubt? Is it the overindulgence? Is it the shaming of yourself? Is it the I don't know answer to everything? Well, find out. Find out what you do know. What do you know? Dig into the what do you know? Because so often we focus on the I don't know. And if you ask somebody, what do you want to do with your life? Or what excites you? Or what brings you joy? I don't know. Well, why aren't we working on figuring that out? Why aren't we going out and doing those things and having more fun doing those things? What are you going to release and leave behind? Is it people who are not supportive of what it is you're trying to create in your life? Is it relationships that are not healthy? Is it alcohol? Do you need to leave alcohol behind? Do you need to leave the cake behind? What is it that you're going to release and leave behind? And put down 3 things. What are those 3 things that you know? And it's that one right there that you're thinking of. That one thing, those 2 things, those 3 things right now that you're thinking of because they popped up in your mind immediately when I asked you that question. I know that they did. Those are the things that you know you release behind. And don't worry about how you're going to do it. Just write it down. Just write it down and say, I commit to releasing shaming. I release to committing to the I don't know. I commit to releasing the I don't know. And then I want you to ask yourself, what new things will you do right away to become the best you? What new things will you do right away to become the best you? Are you going to join a tribe of women and find support from women who are doing what you want to do and creating what you want to create? The tribe's out there. You just got to find them. Are you going to start meditating? Are you going to journal? Are you going to get up earlier in the morning? Are you going to have a morning routine or implement a night routine? Are you going to listen to that new opportunity that your friend's been trying to tell you about? Are you incorporating I am affirmations into your life? Are you practicing gratitude? Are you going to practice gratitude? Are you going to give more? What new things will you do right away to become the best you? So what are those 3 things that you're going to incorporate in your life right now, right away? I say 3 things because if you're like me, you can have a whole list of all these new things that you want to incorporate and that you want to do. And what happens is we get lost because if we don't check those things off, if we don't do all of them perfectly, if you're a perfectionist like me, hello perfectionist. If you're a perfectionist like me, then if we don't do all those things the way we said we're going to, and all of them every time, then we get overwhelmed and then we get in that shame and that guilt that we said we were going to let go of, right? Start with 3 things and then add something in. Do it for 10 days and then add something in. Do it for 20 days and then add something in. So focus on those 4 questions that I asked you. What are those top 3 things you want to accomplish in 2020? Write those down. And then what will you do to have more fun in 2020? Come up with 3 or more things. And then what are you going to release and leave behind? Write down those 3 things. And then what new things will you do right away to become the best you? Write down those 3 things. And then go share it with somebody. Go tell somebody. We believe that we are supposed to just buck up and handle life on our own and do this thing ourselves and I've got it, I'm fine. That whole mentality. That's not how we are created. That is not what we were created for. We were created to be in community. So go share this with somebody. Share it with me. I'd love to know what your plans are for 2020. I would love to be a cheerleader and support for you. Absolutely. So write those things down and commit and do the best that you can every single day. That's all I ask of you. That's all you should ask of yourself. I did the best I did. I did the very best I could today. And share, make sure you're sharing it with somebody. Don't keep it a secret. We do better when we share it with somebody else. Don't keep it a secret. But you guys, I am just so grateful that those of you have been listening in, who have been sharing my podcast with your friends and your family. It means the absolute world to me. This has been a long time in the making. I'm excited about what's coming in 2020 for the podcast. I have so many amazing guests lined up already. So many amazing episodes written down that I want to share with you guys. More mindset tips, how to better your life, how to live and be the best version of you. And, this is where it all begins. This is where it all starts is just by an idea and implementing that idea. And God has been working in such amazing ways around this podcast and in my life. I have so much to be grateful for. And, if you love this episode, please share it. Share it on your social media. Share it with your friends and family. If that person that comes to mind, they should listen to this episode, share it with them. Go to iTunes, leave me a 5-star review. That would really be great. I'd love you to do that for me. And you guys, welcome to 2020. Let's just make it an amazing year. Let's make it an amazing day. Let's make it an amazing hour. Because that's all we have to live for, is we have to just live for today and be in today. Be in this moment. Go kick ass this year. Go kick ass today. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Hi friends, if you enjoyed this episode of the Just As We Are podcast, it would mean so much to me if you would head on over to iTunes and leave me a 5-star review. Take a screenshot of today's episode and tag me at Katrina Lely on your social media. If you haven't already, head on over to the Just As We Are podcast community on Facebook and hit join, where you will get to join more of the Just As We Are tribe. And remember that no matter where you are on your journey, you are completely whole and loved just as you are.